the Constitution, he can run again even if he were convicted of something on documents. So what are they doing? Just, as you said, trying to run a disinformation campaign and maybe push voters away from him?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's what they're doing, because they're if they can't get the DOJ conviction, the one they should have gotten for Hillary, who actually sent and received classified information intentionally,
yes,
which is what the statute requires,
and destroyed it intentionally.
Yeah. And so what they want to do is convince half of America by the midterms in 2024 that, Donald Trump should have been prosecuted, so please don't vote for him. But that's totally false. Every lawyer, even the Democratic lawyers, are saying that. Even, I didn't know this, but apparently Andy McCabe is basically saying the same thing. Andrew Cuomo, no friend of ours, basically said this is a terrible idea.
Andrew Yang is saying it's a terrible idea. You've got Tulsi Gabbard, who's a Democrat, saying it's a bad idea. The strange thing about McCabe, and I'm sure this video is somewhere if you wanted to go see it, but I watched this. I was reading the captions on the treadmill, and as I'm watching it, I'm going, man, this guy is doing all sorts of verbal gymnastics to try to say Trump probably didn't declassify, but even if he did a wink and a nod, that basically declassified it. I mean, he almost could not blame Trump for this, but he ended it with that stupid thing about you can't think about declassifying it and not tell somebody, and then it just happens. But as you said, this was in writing, this was verbal, this was all over the place. There's really no reason for this other than, and tell me what you think of this, the January 6th committee knows that Trump did nothing wrong, but they want to say that they had to investigate him about the riot, what they're calling the insurrection. The impeachments, both of them were bunk and stupid, and he was exonerated, but they're able to say he was twice impeached. Cash, is this just to give them the ability to say his home was raided by the FBI?
That's it. And they'll say ongoing investigation. We can't tell you anything. Congress, when you take over, when the Republicans take over, don't subpoena us. We can't show you or tell you anything. These investigations, I know as a national security prosecutor, never end. And they keep them open to shield embarrassing conduct and unlawful conduct by the FBI, like when Andy McCabe was a deputy director and got fired for lying to the DOJ inspector general. CNN doesn't put up that disclaimer every time that clown's on the air, and he should have been arrested and prosecuted for his actions of leaking to the media sensitive law enforcement information and then lying about it. This is a guy getting paid six-figure sums to tell us what is and isn't a lawful activity down in Mar-a-Lago. It's
kind of crazy. And when he was on there, didn't even say former FBI. It just said CNN law enforcement analyst expert or some crap. It was so stupid. And when I saw his face pop up, I started turning red. I was like, I can't believe that this is the guy they're going to put on. And he couldn't even spin his way into saying what Trump allegedly did wrong. So, Cash, let me ask you a question that I asked yesterday of my listeners and my viewers. The question is very simple. What end will they go to stop this man from running in 2024? They know they can't beat him because it would be easy just to say, hey, Trump, run. We will kick your ass. They can't. They can't beat the guy. So where do they stop? They want him behind bars, don't they?
They won't stop. They have destroyed the DOJ and the FBI, where I used to work proudly for Democratic and Republican institutions, because we used to be the premier law enforcement agencies in the world. They, the radical left, have destroyed this. The political hacks at the top of these agencies and departments have crushed American confidence, and they don't care. That's the scary thing. That's what makes them believe, and they will not stop. They will take this to the mattresses, as we say, and they don't care because there's no accountability. And that's why when Kevin McCarthy, if he's the speaker and crew, come in, they better stay true to their word and launch investigations and subpoenas on day one and haul these people up there under subpoena. And when they fail, take them to Article 3 court to prosecute them for violating Congress's contempt powers.
Former DOD Chief of Staff, it's Kash Patel. Go to fightwithcash.com, and Cash is with a K. Follow him at Cash on Truth Social. Let me just ask you a philosophical question. When the Democrats win, why don't they just take the win? What they seem to do is, now that we've won, we're going to crush you. We're going to end your career. We're going to end your freedom. We're going to end your liberty. We have not only won, we're going to burn down anything that even challenged us. Why can't they just take the win and maybe act as if they love the country like you and I do? They don't do that. And for some reason, Republicans and conservatives, when they win, they play nicey-nicey and go have a martini with the Democrats. Well, do you have an opinion on why this is how it is?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the answer's simple, and Republicans better remember the rules they have set. These are the rules we will follow and execute twofold when we win in November and beyond. But the reason they used to be able to do this, even as recently during the Obama administration, the Democrats, the reason they don't do it, Donald Trump. That's it. They hate this man so much that they are willing to break the law, be the biggest hypocrites, and allow the creation of a two-tier system of justice in the United States of America in 2022. And when the erosion of the DOJ and FBI, and there's a final accounting for it, they will be the ones to have destroyed those agencies, not Republicans. It will be up to us to rebuild them. And I am one of the few people who believes we can do it, but it's going to take a massive lift.
Well, I believe it as well. But what's interesting is they hate Donald Trump so much, that's why they're burning everything behind them. But let me ask you something, because they all loved Donald Trump before he ran for election. What did he do that was so horrible? Was it just that he stopped their one world order, their WEF and Klaus Schwab agenda? He put a stop to what they were going to open the borders and make us a socialist nation. What is it that he did that they hate so much?
No, I'm with you. Like, as a national security guy, sealed our border, stopped the drug trade, ended human trafficking, helped save our youth from opioid addictions, took on Iran, Russia, China, killed terrorists, brought home American hostages at record levels, and ended the forever wars.
Right.
What's not to like? But I guess they don't like the way he speaks sometimes, which is just ludicrous. When you want a results-oriented commander-in-chief who puts America first, not last. And now you have Joe Biden jetting off with his all-likely criminal son on a taxpayer dollar while President Trump's house was raided. No coincidence in governing, Joe. President
Trump raided Hunter Biden, who we have verifiable evidence on his own computer that he's a criminal piece of garbage, is enjoying a flight on Air Force One. It is bizarro world. Kash Patel, you had no time today, but you gave me some anyway. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Fightwithkash.com. Follow him at Kash on Truth Social. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Joe. Your show's great. Love it. Be back soon.
All right, man. Thank you. We're back after this. Stay right here.